Shoving his way through it.
That's walking at the head. That's putting your head down and shoving, using it to.
Oh, a beautiful jumping scrap.
Pushing them as far as he can.
Both walls just holding.
They are extremely tight. Buster making it.
Penalty box points. Oh, big. Hit skated right into that hit.
That's impressive.
Can't miss those skates.
You thought we were doing it already. Yeah. Rocket Boosh now back inside the pack to the inside. A little apex hop. And Chief of Fun going to get through.
Here we go, right on the side, gentlemen, once again for Scotland. And it's just and Liz Jammer for the thing. In the meantime, Luke James going to go to the floor. Oh my!
They go to the penalty box with that cut track penalty. That's going to put a power count situation for our
in and out. eBay looking for that outside line. Finds it just.
Canada can make it a big lead right here with what? That's the cup already sitting on 5. Picks up inside. Already sitting at 5. On the last pass. Now dodging again to the inside. A little bit of an apex hop there. And figures if he leans in with his back, maybe he can. Argentina's Bento makes his way through. Does a burrito around that last game. That was great.
Hello and welcome back to the CCU studio here at the Men's Roller Derby World Cup 2016. My name's Panda.
And I'm Bob Nuxus.
So we're going to be heading over to track 2 really shortly to see Spain take on Germany. This is Spain's first game here at the Men's Roller Derby World Cup 2016. We didn't see them in 2014, unfortunately, so they're brand new to us.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. We don't know, and I think Spain in general is one of those countries out more in your neck of the woods that you don't always hear a lot of feedback through the grapevine on. I don't know if you've had a chance to see any Spanish play at all. I don't believe that I have.
Unfortunately not. Looking at the promo videos and the things that they have put online, it looks like they're hugely passionate about what they're doing, which all the teams are here today, but especially when you come into an established tournament as a new team, you feel like you've got something to prove. And so far, from any of these new teams that have come in, we've seen some incredible gameplay, so I'm excited to see what Team Spain are going to do. But they're up against Team Germany that have already had played one game today and lost. They didn't put very many points on the board, but they were playing against Team Canada. So it's one of those games where Canada, unfortunately, have suffered a little bit of a blow due to the last game that we had with them. The Mexico-Canada game, Mexico put in 28 points on the board to Canada's 54.
Yeah.
So it's
pretty amazing.
Interesting to see how this is going to play out from this point in. On track 1, we've got Puerto Rico playing against Belgium. Puerto Rico in the lead, 37-15. That's quite interesting as well.
Yeah. The Netherlands-Canadian game later tonight, I believe at 6 o'clock our time here, is one you're not going to want to miss. Because with Mexico being the common denominator in the two games that were played, they played both Wales and Canada spectacularly. We expect Wales and Canada to be a great game then as well. And to go back to Spain and Germany, it's kind of like you said. Spain may be new. Germany certainly, even has not played in Europe to prepare their men's team to come here, like we've seen from Scotland, Ireland, France, some of their neighbors. So there's nothing to say that won't be a great game.
No, excited to see that. So the action on track 1 at the minute it's quite a low-scoring game as it stands. So switch over if we've got any timeouts. Track 2, we're going to see Team Spain taking on Team Germany, and I think we're ready to hand over. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Men's Roller Derby World Cup 2016. I'm here, Noisy Legrand, with my colleague Holly. Say hello, Holly.
Hi, everyone.
We are going to be announcing the next game, which is Spain versus Germany. I'm very excited living in Germany. I think Holly's excited too, for whatever reasons.
I've had a holiday in Spain once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Spain's awesome. Okay, so why don't we quickly announce who's going to be our first 5 players. Do you want to do Spain for us, Holly?
I can indeed. Spain are going to be playing in black for this game, so they're in black. They do have the highlights of red and yellow. And we have number 12, Perez, number 13, Senor Calavera, number 17, Hugo Stiglitz, number 1714, Senera Hardcore, number 22, Hache, number 30, the Spaniard, number 44, Kubo, number 56, Pere Bellari, and number 8, Shinigami.
That's right. And the first 5 on the track for this game are Perez, Stiglitz, the Spaniard, Kubo, and Shinigami. For Germany today, we have playing number 10, Charlie Scraplin, number 11, Gunter, number 12, Brodo, number 13, Adam Bump, 1337, Big Red, 17, Luca Motive, number 23, Nowak, 3, Matahama Bronson, number 308, Baltic Bastard, 33, Philip Eichenbusch, number 4, Blood Red Kelly, number 619, Krasser Kalliga, number 69, East Sider, and 981, Rudy Cartel. And on this particular constellation for the very first jam, we're going to have Scraplin, Gunter, Luca Motive, number 33, Eichenbusch, and Krasser Kalliga.
We are indeed, and Germany will be playing in the forest green that we've got on today.
No, I actually think that they're in black with the gold. Isn't that them?
No, that is Spain playing in black with the gold and red, and Germany over are playing in that forest green on the far corner.
I think we need to have a fashion discussion here, Holly, because those are Germany's colors.
They are, and they are indeed.
I've never seen Germany play in green before as an alternate color.
Well, I have in the last Men's World Cup, which took place in Birmingham.
Okay.
Back a couple of years ago, they did actually have a game in green, which confused me mightily.
I imagine it
yes.
was, being from Ireland.
Being from Ireland, that was a big confusion. Germany playing in green, but it is one of their
alternate colors.
It is one of their alternate colors.
Okay. So, an interesting fun fact here, besides the fact that I'm going to mix up these teams mightily, I imagine, is Germany's war cry before they begin their game is Mia Bier. So, and that means more beer.
More beer?
More beer.
Oh, well, maybe after the games they can go and have Mia Bier. Okay, we're looking at the lineups now, and we have number 44, Kubo, on the line for Spain.
And number 10 for Germany, and that is Scraplin. Scraplin is an excellent jammer, I think.
He is indeed. He currently plays for Southern Discomfort, and he's pushing on that front Spain wall. In the meantime, Kubo really on his toes here, trying to dart side to side, trying to throw those shoulders in, but Germany is unrelenting with their defense. In fact, knocked to the outside line, and that gives Charlie Scraplin room at the front, and he picks up lead jammer.
Excellent. Yeah, both jammers were stuck behind their own blocker packs there, but Scraplin got through first. He's quite a zippy little jammer. Oh, look at that.
Getting really low, getting really low, pushing his shoulders through, but we have had Kubo managing to break around the outside, and he's now hot on Charlie Scraplin's tail as they chase that pack. That pack speeding up now. They're back onto the pivot line as Scraplin and Kubo come through. Just 2 blockers for Spain. Ooh, Kubo giving Scraplin a good old hit there to the outside line.
Yeah, I was wondering if how long Scraplin was going to let that go before he decided to call the jam. And I think Kubo knew that was coming and decided to give him a little bit of a bump.
Cheeky little nudge there to see what happens.
There we go.
Good call off by Scraplin, holding Spain to a 0 and getting first points on the board for Germany.
Next up on the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line, we have number 56 for Spain, that's Balari, and number 10, Nowak for Germany. Did I say Nowak? I meant number 23, Nowak. Sorry, Nowak.
Nowak pushing his way through on that inside line. Spain doing a very good job, and in fact, he's knocked off the inside line with Senor Calavera.
And there we go. Spain breaks through as a lead jammer.
We've had Nowak take his star off now. He's still trying to push through. Oh, beautiful jump there. Fantastic work by Spain's jammer. That was beautiful on turn number 1.
It looks like Nowak just about broke through, but unfortunately he got recycled all the way to the back.
And it is a star pass that's been taken place. It's now Big Red with the star not quite on his helmet, as he is currently still displaying the pivot, and he's been sent off for a cutting. So it is now going over to Spain for a power jam. They're now on a roller derby athletics power jam.
There we go, and unfortunately he didn't get the panty on, and so that means their pivot is gone as well. So if anybody wants to give us a shout out on Twitter, our Twitter handle is #MRDWC.
Oh, lovely commando roll there, keeping himself on track by Pere Valeri. And he is recycling himself to the back of the pack.
Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? He wasn't out.
He wasn't out.
Yeah, but he was playing it safe.
Taking a lot of instruction there by the coaching team for Spain, but a good call off. And that puts 5 points on the board again for Spain. They're now up 20, playing 5. And we're just going to take a short jump here in between these jams to give a shout out to MRDA, the Men's Roller Derby Association. They're excited to announce that its 2016 championships will be held in Texas, called the Lone Star Showdown. It will be held at the Nitec Sports Center in beautiful North Richland Hills, October 15th to 16th this year.
And for this next jam up on the Nerd jammer line, we have Bronson. And who do you see there?
He's up against number 3, Mahatma Bronson. He is jamming against Spain's jammer number 44, which is Kubo, who's been sent off for a cutting penalty. So we now are back into a roller derby athletics power jam and in favor of Germany. Some solid play here, though. Defensive work by Spain. They are really holding Kubo to nothing. Sorry, Bronson to nothing. And indeed, being recycled back. Big hit there.
Let's see if he can complete his initial pass before... Oh, there we go. He does indeed. Lead jammer, Germany.
And Spain taken down to just 2 blockers on the track. Germany holding back. Their jammer goes in. They come and sweep on the inside. It's a classic move. It works ever so well.
Beautiful. From East Sider there, a nice offensive move, making the way clear for him.
We have got Kubo back on track, and he's desperately trying to get past Germany's defensive play.
So Zed Lafont says, go, go, Team Spain. Basically cheer everyone, but the new teams have my attention. Thank you, Zed.
Oh, and we do have a cut being issued back out again to Kubo, so he's sat back in the penalty box. Takes us to another Germany power jam sponsored by Roller Derby Athletics. Again, if you want to hear a shout out, please do send one over on Twitter, #MRDWC. Make it interesting and we might just read it out.
So, looks like Germany is just waiting.
Yeah, very steady play here. They're just looking to see when Kubo comes back on track. Bearing in mind he's been off twice already in this jam. Ooh, big knock to the inside line. And that jam comes to an end, but Kubo was trying to maximize the fall there by the German blocker.
So jam end and a switch out, and we'll just say a big thank you right now to Brown Paper Tickets. Brown Paper Tickets have been supporting roller derby for over a decade. We love this sport and are working to help gear up the Women's League in Lebanon, and you can make a difference for roller derby Beirut by visiting our donation page at Got Game Need Gear at brownpapertickets.com.
And going back into this roller derby athletics power jam for Team Germany. Picking up lead jammer, we do have Senor Calavera.
It's actually a power jam for Spain. As I said, these tricos are going to give us a bit of a problem. We've got Spain playing in black and yellow and red, and Germany in green.
Some recycling here on Senor Calavera. He's back on track, getting his shoulders low. Oh, beautiful footwork around the outside line, and picks up 5 more points for Team Spain. This was a close game. I think we've got Spain just a point ahead as we look at it now.
They've caught up, haven't they, Holly? Now Bronson is in the pack, trying to barrel his way through this Spanish wall. See what he can do. 1 foot on the inside. Oh, very nice.
Yep, Senor Calavera just using his forward momentum to get over the hips of the German blockers at the front. Germany now resetting themselves up at the front. And we have had a star pass over to number 4, Blood Red Kelly, who now breaks through the pack for Team Germany. Is on a scoring pass as he comes back into the pack. The screams from the crowd telling Spain that they need to call it.
Lots of help from the crowd. That's always nice when you can't hear your coach.
It is indeed, and the audiences at roller derby tournaments such as this men's cup here, World Cup, and also all the other large events, you will see the audience backing the newer teams and giving them that little bit of advice in between just to help them out. Team Spain, obviously, it's their first time at the Men's Roller Derby World Cup.
Right?
It is indeed, so I think they're putting on a very impressive performance.
They are indeed, they are indeed.
We have Kubo versus Charlie Scraplin on the line. Charlie Scraplin trying to dig his way into that Spanish wall. Now he's looking at the perimeters. Kubo himself also doing the same, but he's very dainty on his feet. Charlie Scraplin a little bit more solid with the pushing. Kubo very much dancing, and Charlie Scraplin up at the front, and with a fall picks up lead jammer for Germany. Kubo is staying on. He's like on rails there, and brilliant power round to escape, but Charlie Scraplin already doing a beautiful little hop on the inside line, calls that jam to an end. There was a little bit of an equipment, I think, come off. It's just been handed into the NSOs in the middle.
That was just as the whistle was blown, that fell off of somebody's skate. I have no idea what it is.
It doesn't look important. I don't think they need it. It's fine.
Nothing anybody can possibly trip over. So up on our Nerd Skate Shop jammer line, we have number 23, Nowak, and number 56, Bellari.
We've got a very depleted Spanish group. We've just got 3 blockers against Germany's 4. So Nowak taking his time. He was working as 5th blocker there briefly just to try and hold Bellari back. Bellari really pushing with his shoulders. Oh, big hit, taking him off, but again, he's powering his way through. And up at the front, Nowak having similar difficulties with that Spanish defensive wall. Sneaks around the outside.
Ah, there we go.
Tiniest bit of space needed. And he found that space, broke his way through. Germany with lead here. And in the meantime, Bellari, again, trying to push around the outside, but a big shoulder's been thrown in. And in fact, Bellari has now taken the star off. He's looking to do a pass. And indeed, it was just a stash. He's now put the star back on. He's working his way around. But Nowak calls that jam to an end.
So we have East Sider preparing to jam in this next particular jam and against number 13, Senor Calavera.
Yeah, this is getting a very close game. We've got Spain on 34, Germany just on 33.
1 point.
Just under 20 minutes left in these half-hour games. Remember, the clock does not stop. We have got Calavera recycled on back at the back for Spain, but he darts his way through. Oh, just not in time to pick up lead. Lead going to Germany.
But Spain ahead, so let's see if East Sider is going to try to get ahead of him and make a few points or just call the jam. Oh, that might have been a little bit too late.
Not quite. We do get a 3-point pass there for the Spanish team. Beautiful work there by Team Spain, just sneaking points through on the end. Holding Germany to 33 points, bringing Spain up to 37.
Next up on our jammer line, we have 44 from Spain. That is Kubo, and number 3, Mahatma Bronson.
And that's Kubo being knocked out. Kubo recycled back on. Big hit there.
Beautiful.
308.
Very nice. There's a lot of people on the ground here, Holly.
There are.
Whoa, big hits.
It is getting quite frantic here, as I think this close scoreline shows that the teams are both pushing themselves to try and give everything they can in this matchup.
Absolutely. There's a lot of rivalry between Germany and Spain. So I think maybe they're getting their aggression out on the track today. Hard to see what's happening from over here, but let's take a look here. And we've got Sider behind the pack, trying to break through.
Some steady work. Team Spain are very solid in holding this defense.
If you want to give us a shout out on Twitter, you can do just that at #MRDWC. Make it interesting and we will put it on the air.
Good tracking work here, Team Spain. They do look quite split apart, but they come back together very quickly. And that's a forearms penalty being issued to number 308, Baltic Bastard. Takes himself to the penalty box, shaking his head, but it gives Kubo enough room to split out. And he's now on his scoring pass as he comes back around. We've had number 3 for Germany, Mahatma Bronson. He's removed the star from his head. He's still pushing. Germany haven't been fooled at all. They are still, Spain haven't been fooled. They are holding the jammer back.
They're using a pretty typical blocktopus form for their walls. And I noticed by the first game that we had today, Canada against Germany, that Germany wasn't using that particular strategy. They were using the seemingly old school strategy of shoulder to shoulder, a straight wall, instead of a circular blocktopus, as we were calling it.
This is obviously trying a few different tactics here to see how they work in the games, to take them through once they've got past the group stages. Obviously they want to settle into whichever formation suits them better. We've got to remember these national teams are coming in with players from mixed teams all around. And we're going to go to a commercial break here for this team timeout. We'll catch you in a few seconds.
That has to go off as well.
And we're joining back into the action. Thank you for joining us back here. Just before we get started again, just going to give a quick shout out to Sisu mouthguards. This is, of course, the Sisu track that you are watching. And if you've not yet discovered the awesomeness that is Sisu, you must invest in one. They're ultra-thin, super strong mouthguards which allow you to talk, breathe, and drink. They look great in photos, and you can get yours at the roller skates booth if you are here over this weekend.
So, jamming on this particular jam, we have Scraplin going up against, I believe, number 8. Is that Shinigami?
I believe it is. Jamming for the first time today and picking up lead jammer for Spain. Shinigami just trying to push his way through, taken down on the inside and slides down to the floor. This gives Scotland time to come round. Shinigami very furiously calling that jam to an end.
2 Spanish blockers at the same time sent to the bench. So we're going to start off with only 3 on the track for Spain.
Now Spain have come into this tournament with a short amount of players already. Indeed, in this game, we only have 9 players on the track.
9 players on the track, so they can't really afford to get
pick up the penalties.
No, not very. Not really.
We're playing 5 penalties for a foul out in these 30-minute games today and tomorrow. A good knock to the outside line. It's number 981, Rudy Cartel, who recycles back Spain's jammer. And lead going to Germany. It's number 23, and that will be Nowak, who's coming around now on a sprint pass. Little leap over the inside line, getting past Shinigami, who we've just seen finishing jamming. He sees that Pere Baleri was on his way around, called that jam to an end. Some very sensible play there by Team Germany. And they're creeping their points back upwards.
We've got a tweet from Zurich City Roller Girl saying, watching our teammate, the Blockfather number 33, play for Team Germany. That's right, girl. He's kicking some butt here. We've got a really close game, 37 for Germany, 45 for Spain. Spain in black, Germany in green. We're going to say that more for ourselves than for you today. On the jammer line, we have number 13, Sir Calavera. And who do we have for Germany?
Well, we have got number 69, which is Eastsider. He's quite a forceful jammer, but he just picks up a cutting, very cleverly pulled there by the Spaniard, who is Team Spain's captain. But we currently have 0 jammers on the track. Both jammers have been penalised and sent to the penalty box, so we have got a full 2-minute jam on its way once we get a quick roller derby athletics power jam here for Team Spain.
And you can see that both teams are setting themselves up. We're just waiting for the jammers to come back.
Spain,
and here we go.
Spain down to just 3 blockers at the moment. So they're definitely going to just drop back and do some defensive play. Inside is opened up. And Senor Calavera able to sneak his way through. Very close work there. Eastsider trying to get past. I believe, in fact, he did get past, but was knocked down. And it's a low block being issued to number 12, Broido, who's skating as, Perez, who's been sent to the penalty box. Again, these colours are going to throw me every single time. Senor Calavera coming straight in, almost getting a cut, but he just timed it perfectly. And there's a pass now over the top, and that goes to number 30, the Spaniard.
Who is indeed a Spaniard. What do we have going on here? So much action in the penalty box this time. Eastsider coming around. Looks like we got a forearms here for the Spanish jammer. The Spaniard is going to go sit down for 30 seconds, and we've got a power jam. A roller derby athletics power jam even.
Yep, in favour of Team Germany. Germany are doing some really good work, and they are constantly keeping Spain to just 2 blockers on track. Spain are picking up a massive ream of penalties here. And of course, the jammers are kind of love the fact that they've only got 1 or 2 blockers to come up against.
Yeah, that makes everything very easy, and it makes it also a little bit easier that you can foul out with only 5 fouls in this particular game. The other game that we have going on, that's Puerto Rico and Belgium on track 1, is currently at 92-11 for Belgium. 111, excuse me. Sorry, Belgium.
Looking back at the game we've got here, it's just 4 points. We're coming down to the last 10 minutes, 49 playing 45.
We have a team timeout.
And that is Spain taking their timeout. Once again, we will come back to you very shortly after this commercial break.
We're going to be testing 3 helmets today. This simulates a 10-mile-an-hour impact or a 4-foot drop. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS Fusion foam did pass the multiple impact test.
And coming back now to the Sisu track, we'd like to just give a shout out to Brown Paper Tickets, who have been supporting roller derby for over a decade. They love this sport and are working hard to help gear up the Women's League in Lebanon. So if you want to make a difference for roller derby Beirut, please visit the donation page, which is at Got Game Need Gear. That's all one word, lowercase, at Brown Paper Tickets, also all one word and lowercase, .com. So that's Got Game Need Gear at brownpapertickets.com.
We've got a few tweets here from Derby Central. We've got Belgium came from behind in the final minutes to beat Puerto Rico. That's true. Thank you very much. We've got keep fighting, guys. You can do it. That's from Miss CR. Carrie Ott says, "Qui solo cambian la pinche Pestiana Chingao." And I'm really sorry for abusing your language like that, my dear. And Anna Gru says, "Super powerfully love to Calgary from Darmstadt." Darmstadt sogar. Vielen Dank.
We've got Charlie Scraplin jamming for Team Germany. Doesn't look too happy. He's having to fix his elbow pad, but he is lead jammer, so he's got something to smile about. And indeed, a very brief roller derby athletic power jam.
Oh, he tried to do an apex jump there, and he just kind of spun out. This floor is crazy slippery. They think that they might have, between Tuesday and now, polished the floor.
Scraplin sneaks his way through, and just almost a lazy call off there, just taking his time. This score is getting closer and closer. Germany now just taking the lead.
We have a lead change.
We have had a
Look
lead
at that.
change, 50 points to Germany, but they are only 1 point ahead of Spain as we go into the last 8 minutes.
Sehr gut, Deutschland. Schland, Schland, Schland.
And just as we do, I'm going to give a shout out to the 2016 Men's Roller Derby World Cup, which is sanctioned and insured by Roller Sports Canada, who provide insurance and support for all Canadian roller sports. Visit them at www.rollersports.ca. They are on Facebook at RSC Roller Derby.
Next up on the jammer line, we have number 23 Nowak against number 8. That is Shinigami nochmal.
Shinigami just knocked to the outside, but he managed to get himself back on track. In the meantime, we've got Nowak being recycled all the way back by Hatche.
Against only 2 blockers.
Just 2
they
blockers.
Split up.
Yeah, Spain have spent, as we know, quite a large amount of this game with just 2 blockers on track, so they're working well as duos. This is a penalty. That's a cutting to Nowak, so we're back to a roller derby athletic power jam.
And that was, sorry, Holly, that was
right.
beautiful. I was totally distracted by Shinigami's beautiful little pirouette past the last blocker in the pack to get his points.
Fantastic work, indeed they are. That's lead jammer Shinigami pushing his way through. There's loads of offense coming in by Team Spain. Germany just trying to slow it down, but that is a blocking out of play. You probably heard that by the English referee Scarbarella shouting it across. Probably picked up by these microphones, but Shinigami again just dropping his shoulder down and pushing.
Oh, and there he goes, made it through. Meanwhile,
we've had a change of events for blockers, in fact. We've now got Spain with 4 blockers on track.
That's right. Finally, they've got a full pass. And we have a power jam for Spain, which we haven't really noticed. And that, of course, is a roller derby athletics power jam.
A lovely little star stash there by Nowak, who now puts the star back on as he comes round, but not enough time for him to pick up any points. We're going to leave this jam with Spain collecting 9 again, another lead change, putting them on 58, and Germany sticking on 50 points. We're going to give a shout out now to the Power of Grayskull. They are bespoke handmade sportswear, proud sponsors of Team Wales Roller Derby. Every item designed and made in their own studio in the UK. If you want your pets on your legs, they can totally do that. And I'm not kidding, I have a pair of their leggings and they are amazing.
Next up on the Nerd Skate Shop jam line, we have Bronson for Germany and Ballari for Spain.
Ballari almost stuck there between the 2 packs. He had to really pick his legs up to get around, skipping his way around, but no, his wheels did go over that outside line, so it's a cut for Ballari.
Oh dear.
And this leaves a roller derby athletics power jam to Team Germany.
There we go, Deutschland, Deutschland.
As a no pass, no impact, just been signalled by the OPR, and this is allowing some time for Bronson to push his way through, tries that inside line, and indeed manages to force his way through. Jammer referee just having a double check, and it is lead given to Germany. Oh, Spain, we are down to just 2 blockers on track.
There they go again. 2 more. They seem to get sent out in pairs.
They do a lot of blocking in pairs, so I'm not surprised that they're being sent off in pairs as well. Spain now down to just 1 blocker on the track, but they do have a jammer now back on. Valeri trying his best and indeed darting his way around and stays on the track. Good work there by Valeri.
We now have only 1 Spanish blocker on the track as number 3 calls the jam. There we go. That brought us to another lead change. If you take a look at that, that's 59 points for Germany and 58 for Spain. Next up on our jammer line, we have Scraplin.
And he's up against Perez, who I think is jamming for the first time today.
Perez, yeah, I haven't seen him before yet.
He has taken a star pass earlier.
Let's see, maybe he's the secret weapon.
They're lined up now on the Nerd Skate Shop jammer line, just as we get the 5 seconds underway.
Don't forget, if you want to make a shout out to us, it's hashtag MRDWC. Say something cool, and we'll say it to everybody.
Beautiful work there. Charlie Scraplin sliding to the outside line and racing away, but the pressure is on as we have got Perez hot on his heels. Lovely.
Beautiful, beautiful, getting his 4 points. There we go. Scraplin is a wonderful, wonderful jammer.
He's brilliant at the jumps, and he looks like he's enjoying every minute of it as well. Just quickly going to let you know about the Quad Skate Shop. Because they love the game, Quad is Europe's original brick-and-mortar roller derby skate shop. The best selection, the most stock on the continent. They know skates, so you don't have to. Their customer service is the best on a level that only fellow skaters can provide. Go and see them online, hashtag Quad Berlin.
Next up on our jammer line, we have Shinigami, and that's East Sider giving it another go.
East Sider just being hooked up on that inside line. He's trying for the outside, but Spain are really sort of sectioning him in against that inside line, and that gives enough time for Shinigami at the front, pushing through, picking it up lead. This is just what Spain need. They are 5 points behind as we go into this jam.
Shinigami is not your typical jammer form. He is a big man, but he's also very quick, and he can just power right through. Look at that. That was beautiful.
Yep, just kept his balance, kept his head down, he just kept moving forwards. That's all he needed to do, that's all he had to do.
We have a tweet here from Isabel Rasse. Darmstadt is cheering for Germany, and especially David Nowak. We are the crazy fangirls. Your mom has warned you. Go Germany. Vielen, vielen Dank, Isabel Rasse. Wenn du noch mehr zu sagen hast, dann tweet es fort. Vielen Dank.
Less than 2 minutes to go, and we have got 1 point between these 2 teams. Charlie Scraplin back on the line. He's up against Pero Valeri. These 2 jammers faced against each other a few times already in this game. Charlie Scraplin getting low, getting his head down, trying to work his way through.
There we go.
Does he breaks the lead?
Very nice.
Valeri's still stuck behind that line, and he is calling for his team to come in and provide offense, which we do, but Kubo having a...
Oh, a beautiful jump from Scraplin, making another 5 points for Germany. That brings them up to 68. Very nice. Scraplin is really the secret weapon of Team Germany this year, I think.
An easy pass for him there, another 5 points to Germany, now breaking into a lead, 11 points ahead of Team Spain.
With only a little bit over 1 minute left, and very possibly only one more jam left, Germany could very well take this game.
They could indeed, and I mean, it still is anybody's game, but we are looking at the final seconds. 1 minute left, Germany with the advantage of lead. Charlie has got the chance to control this jam. He can call it off when he needs to. Spain now chasing not only on points, but indeed we've got Valeri chasing Scraplin down as he's broken free. So Spain coming around on a potential scoring pass. Let's see what Scraplin does here. Spain at the back in a no pack, just being called back. Oh, Valeri's feet went outside. He knows it, so he took himself down. Scraplin now pushing at the front. Just 2 blockers from Spain keeping him back.
That was some interesting floor work there. I'm trying to get up. The floor is slippery. It looks like Scraplin is wasting a little bit of time, it looks like.
I would call it time management.
Yeah, time management. And then he gets the note from his coach to stop it, and it looks like...
Well, we are going into the dying seconds, so let's see. Without any official reviews, and I don't know if they can call any more time out, this will bring the timing down to a 0 before we can have any other jams fielded.
There we go. That brings our unofficial score to 83-65. We'd like to thank Spain and Germany. It was an excellent game. I'm Noisy Legrand.
And I've been Holly. And if you keep your eye on this track, next up you will see Finland playing Scotland. So that's the next game here, Finland playing Scotland. If you are here for Spain or Germany, Spain are playing next up at 5 o'clock local time against Mexico. And you will check Germany out for today. They are coming back tomorrow for their next game. Thank you so much for being with us here on the Susu track at the Men's Roller Derby World Cup. We'll catch you guys later.
Tschüss.